Yo, what's up? Shocking news today, and you can decide for yourself whether they're good or bad. They're definitely making many people angry in social media because the battle pass is about to change. And change in this case means a lot of things are gonna be deleted and you're gonna be forced into a tighter schedule. Yes, if this smells like FOMO, you trained your olfactory skills well, because here are the unsettling details. First of all, the battle pass seasons that usually lasted for a bit more than 3 months are going to be shortened to 35 days. And we can expect them to last for exactly that long this time, for reasons that will become clear once you hear the rest of it. So much shorter battle pass seasons with much less tasks to do. So the number of non-repeating levels will be reduced from 75 to 30. This is, first of all, nothing bad, because this means that overall there will be less fluff, less bad filler prices and more good stuff, which is always a nice improvement, and hopefully no weak repetition at the end of the battle pass whenever it gets prolonged. So right, so far so good. Then the price will not change, it will still cost 900 gold, and you still will get 100 gold more once you complete it. So you pay 900 gold for the battle pass, and if you get all the missions done, you get 1000 gold back, so 100 gold plus. Here's the big positive thing that I noticed people in the comments down below, and there are hundreds of comments, didn't really write about, though I didn't read all of them, I just flew over them. And it's the fact that the more battle pass seasons you have per year, the more free gold you get per year. So obviously having 35 day seasons means you can get around 11, well, you get around between, depending on how well they execute it, you can get around 10 to 11 times the 100 gold. So you get roughly 1000 gold for free every year with an initial investment of 900 gold. This is quite good. So far everything's fine. And I think the Gopnik at Darkflow who got drunk when he came up with this actually thought as this being the big selling point for the new Battle Pass season system, though it also might be that he didn't get to the conclusion himself, because I'm quite sure they would have written it out, because you have to always explain the benefits of something you want to sell to people. One very important detail that is not included in this original text, but was a pinned message by our Lord and Savior himself, Major, in Reddit, is that Darkflow considers to increase the amount of daily tasks you can do for the Battle Pass from 3 to 4. Now this would make the whole train wreck of new system much better, because if you can do 4 missions per day, it will take you 8 days to complete the 30 missions of your Battle Pass. Meaning, well, all you need to do is to play just 8 days during a month, and for the rest of the month you don't need to play. Or obviously you can just play more days too, also, but you don't need to do all the 4 missions if you just want to play for 30 minutes or 1 game per day. So this would make the system actually flexible and less of a unpaid second occupation that you have, and much more comfy and much more fun. Also much more new player friendly, who won't likely invest like 4 hours every day to get all the grind done once they start with their new beginner army. So this is important to know. The actual final version will be much better than what's written here right now. Now, what about the Gold Order store, also Battle Pass store, where you can buy all those Gold Order weapons and the Gold Order vehicles and the Gold Order soldiers? This is the bad part. This is going to be removed. Yes, some drunk at Darkflow at Gaijin thought it's a good idea to remove this stuff, because this is what actually maximizes the FOMO. This is how they actually maximize the worst aspect of modern gaming, putting FOMO on all the Zoomers playing your game, because this means that A, you have to spend all of your Gold Order tokens that you accumulated playing Enlisted before end of this year, and B, the next coming system won't have the Gold Order store anymore. So all the weapons that are still available now won't be available anymore. Because the main advantages of the Gold Order store were that you win your Gold Order tokens and then you can use them for whatever you want. Or you can save them up. and not buy anything for 1 year and wait for good stuff. However someone wanted to do it, he could do it. Now, in the coming system, not possible anymore, because not only are we all forced to quickly spend all of our gold orders now, well, now November and December, but also all the people possibly starting to play the game in January won't have access to all the old stuff, because we right now still have. It doesn't matter if you started playing the game today, you still have access to all the very old gold order weapons that some of them are years old in the gold store, in the battle pass store. So these are the two big disadvantages for players with the new system. You'll get tightened on time, and you have much less control. Because, well, some of you might wonder, how is the new gold order weapon and soldier and vehicle system gonna work if you don't get any gold orders anymore? Well, good question. You get the communist breadline system. You get what you're given. Because under the new battle pass system, every season, or not literally every season, but every couple months, there will be a batch of new weapons released. And players with the normal battle pass, meaning if you didn't pay the 900 gold, will get 1 gold order weapon, 1 gold order soldier, and that's it. And then the normal prices, of course, of the battle pass. People who paid the 900 gold for the elite battle pass will get 4 gold order weapons, 2 gold order soldiers, and 2 gold order vehicles. Now, yeah, the difference is big, so it's strongly incentivized to people to buy the pass. Also, the difference is bigger than it's currently. So yeah, we see a little bit more pressure on the players to pay in this situation, especially new players. Because older players who play the game for multiple years, they obviously don't have problems to have 900 gold because especially if they paid once 900 gold, they already got the 100 additional gold from the last seasons constantly added up. But new players, yeah, they are strongly incentivized to pay 900 gold now. Now this is a model that works if the game is growing and constantly gets new players. This is one of the reasons I think this model is changing now, because it's perfect to get more money from a game that's expanding its player base. But yeah, it's obviously also very annoying for all players who already know the old battle pass and see the advantages of the old battle pass. Do you see now why so many players are upset? Yes, it makes sense. It's way too many changes, some good changes, but many bad changes, many stressful changes, changes that make the game simply less fun to play, are pushed into one new thing that no one asked for. This is a recipe for disaster because why? It's simply, you don't do it like this. There are many ways to make something like this better. The best way is through communication as usual, if you're interacting with humans. Yeah, you need to explain this basic fact of human behavior to some people apparently on the internet. And one good way would have been to make a poll and just give people 4 different options and see how they react to what, and then just act according to that. And they still would have gotten whatever they wanted, but this way at least people would be more pacified. But no, they just, so as I said, some literally drunk Gopnik at Gaijin had some fever dream, and this is what came out of it. Alright, well, of course, there are some more ramifications, because shorter battle pass seasons means your ranks are gonna be working differently. Because you're accumulating your rank, which doesn't mean, by the way, much. It's only there to get you the additional prizes. By the way, which are also, together with weekly missions, working into your battle pass progress. So, like some people could be able to do the missions of one battle pass in even possibly less than 1 week. Now, your military rank, so sergeant, major, up to marshal, has to change its thresholds. Because obviously if you only have 1/3 of the time, the amount of the points you have to accumulate should be reduced down to 1/3, right? Right? Nope, not with Gaijin, because the amount got reduced by 1/3. Yes, the time got reduced by 2/3, but the thresholds for the progress got reduced by 1/3. Yeah, this means it's relatively twice as hard to get the ranks now. Because you have only 1/3 of the time to do 2/3 of the old work. For all the Americans out there, this means you have to work twice as much. This is, yeah, not good. This is not good. Though, as I said, ranks don't matter that much anyway, and funnily enough, the highest rank, the Marshal, gives you some of the worst prizes. It only gives you these portraits that not many people care about for various reasons, though you want to reach the second highest rank, because there you get some gold orders and stuff. Well, by the way, you don't even get the gold orders there anymore, because this has to be changed. Since it used to give you a gold order for a soldier, but yeah, what are going to give you, what are you going to get now? Well, something else, I guess. We don't know, but yeah, like you see, many things have to be changed now too in the game, because the Battle Pass shop is going to be removed. So yeah, not that nice, not that good. I guess they will just give you additional silver or whatever. So yep, this is now in the future you will be seeing less marshals, because the rank is slightly correlated with skill and strongly correlated with how much you play, because you can literally brute force yourself through all the ranks up to Marshal without any problems. And also it also reflects how many games you leave, because if you want to use the only way in Enlisted to pick the maps you want to play, meaning leaving all the maps you don't want to play at the beginning of the game, then you will constantly lose 1 point of rank from this. And that's going to be more visible in many people's ranks now in the future. So yeah, alright, now to make it juicier for the player base, I guess they included these pictures of the coming weapons. Now here's the problem once again. It's very few. The problem with the Battle Pass always was it's too little content for too much time. Whenever you have to wait 3 months and the new weapon or new content intervals still stay 3 months, it's just that the Battle Passes are getting contracted into 35 days. Well, you got a couple of new weapons every 3 months, but yeah, I mean, why not every 2 months? Why not just add more content to the game? People love content. People love cool, fancy stuff. So yeah, and there's literally infinite World War II weapons. And if you should ever run out of World War II weapons, start giving people Tech 3 weapons with cooler skin and slightly better stats, and people would want them. And cooler skin doesn't mean My Little Pony or nonsense like this. No, it means just a different type of wood, or more or less shiny metal, or winter camo, or green camo, or like some fucking leaves stitched, some leaves put on the weapon for additional camouflage, or more for additional style, obviously. Yeah, this would be fucking great, and people would love it, because most gold order weapons right now are not really good. Most of them are actually bad. So it's only 1/3 that's really good, 1/3 that's okay, and roughly speaking, 1/3 that's just bad. So cool skins would be absolutely worth it, especially if they come with a little bit better stats. So yeah, this would be nice, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, here are three of the weapons. First of all, a Winchester semi-auto rifle with 20 rounds. Now this looks very long. This actually looks like 30 rounds to my eyes, but yep, cool. And I've already seen the nerd rage in the comments. People were actually in the beginning complaining more about this weapon being the end of Enlisted than the Battle Pass itself, because apparently to some people a 20 round semi-auto rifle for BR3 is way too overpowered and completely unfair, and they will uninstall the game. Now, also it seems to have a bayonet you can put on. Here's the thing. There's a common problem with people on the internet. Well, there are many of them, but here's one of them. And it's that people are used to not thinking, only spurging emotionally, and assuming that their first assumption, which is almost always just emotional, is right. And this is how people come to posts that you can waste your time on down below, saying that this is impossibly overpowered. Dudes, they literally posted a picture of a weapon, said it has 20 rounds and 12 damage, and fire rate and a bayonet, okay? Bayonet also means 10% less vertical recoil. But there can be some additional stats that compensate for this big magazine size on BR3. For example, less recoil control or less or increased dispersion. or possibly even you can say that you get a movement penalty because the weapon is too heavy or something like this. So I'm very sure this weapon isn't simply just a normal semi-auto rifle with normal stats for BR3 with 20 rounds. I'm very sure this is not the case, because this would be better than anything on BR4. And there are also similar semi-auto rifles available for other nations, which are highly over ranked. Germany has a couple of them. Germany has some BR5 semi-auto rifles from events and premium and gold orders that are literally unplayable, that should be BR4. I don't think this is going to be put into BR3. Also, we know that Darkflow usually overranks stuff instead of underranking it. Especially my beloved stacks that I can't play after buying all of them. Yeah, literally all of them that are available in the game, because they're just simply fucking underpowered. So yeah, I don't think this weapon will be as overpowered as people think. Then we get a very funny looking, also ugly looking PPSH that, well, let's put it this way. If you only look at the left part, of the left 2/3, it looks very cool, but the right part looks ugly. Yep, this is basically a more efficiently producible PPSH version, though the main body, the main barrel and the surrounding is also a bit different, I guess. Now, I think this will be like a PPSH with some improved stats, because otherwise it would be just a normal PPSH. So yeah, I can't wait to see what this can actually do. Good thing is, in game you don't see this part, you only see the cool looking front, so yeah, this will be quite nice. Then, the Japanese are not forgotten. Also, if you look at my Faction of the Week post, that I was very happy to do, because we, for the first time ever, had some very, very clear faction gradient, meaning Germany and Japan mostly well populated, and Americans and Soviets not that well, mostly badly populated. And many proud Japanese emperor loyalists in the comments. Yeah, very good. The emperor is proud. And I guess to celebrate this, Darkflow gives you a nice weapon, because the Japanese usually are getting forgotten in with new content, especially with new maps. And this seems to be a BR3 semi-auto rifle too, with 15 rounds. Ironically enough, in this thing you can fit 15 rounds, and in this thing you can fit 20, alright? Though I guess you have 2 rounds next to each other here, so yeah, whatever. Well, also cool, and almost the same damage, lower fire rate though. And here you can see, by the way, this is something like an idiot test. This weapon, if this weapon, Ceteris Paribus, would be straight up worse than this. And this is even coming to a weaker faction. So I don't think Darkflow is that stupid to give you 2 basically the same weapons, but one being much better. Without any reason. I'm very sure this one has some limiting stats and some nerfs, and this one possibly has relative buffs or whatever. So yeah, well, no, it won't get any buffs because this has the high damage. And 50 rounds, I guess this will be having the normal semi-auto stuffs, and it's literally just a goodbye, because 15 rounds will be a tree very strong. Also, if you did the mistake as I did, spending hundreds of thousands of silver before the economical changes to buy the Japanese BR3 semi-auto rifles, you will know how insanely bad they are. And they all come with 5 bullets. Yeah, this is just horrible. Yeah, this will be actually good and useful. Then we get a plane and a tank. Also the cool, I guess it's a palm tree or whatever for the Japanese. Or it's some Japanese flower, and I'm embarrassing myself now. I don't know though, yeah. Yep, okay, and we get this plane. The problem with planes is you barely see the different design on them when playing. Also your own tanks, you barely see the design, but still quite cool to have. And we get 2 premium soldiers or gold order soldiers. This is the face every enlisted player is doing when reading this new announcement, I guess. Also, why does he have a 90s edgelord goatee? I don't know. I don't think Germans had something like this, but okay. And here we get a Soviet Flame Trooper 2, making him useful, because this is the highest Flame Trooper there is, or highest Flame Trooper tier. and he will come with perfect stats. So yeah, really good. It's gonna save you a lot of silver. It still takes something like 10 to 12,000 silver to get a max tiered soldier perfectly rolled. So yeah, it's just a flame trooper tier 2, well, just a tier 2 soldier, but still. This is gonna save you multiple thousand silver. And anti-tank gunner 2, also highest tier in the game, so a perfect buy for your armies. Also very useful. So yeah, this is the big announcement. Also some more of those. This is, I guess, an American radio man. You can see this antenna here. And this looks like a Japanese... Well, he's got a shotgun. He could be a guerrilla, a partisan. We don't know. Alright, well, I'm gonna like that, hoping that it's gonna be improved. Ah, by the way, there was another little additional post, not here, but also on Reddit. And it said that all of the gold orders, all of the gold order weapons, and likely also tanks and so on, though it was only spoken about gold order weapons, are gonna be likely coming back in December, so you can buy them. Meaning before this gold order battle pass system is abolished, all the old stuff is gonna return and you can spend your gold orders on them. So don't FOMO hard while listening to this video, and don't spend your gold orders in the next 5 minutes. Wait for all of the old stuff to return, and then you can buy the actually good stuff. And you know what's the best thing about this is? Since in the same time we're gonna get the update where we can test every gold order weapon in the game, meaning before all of this is gone, I can make a quick overview over every single gold order weapon in the game, also testing it and showing you the iron sights and how it behaves in the test range, which wasn't possible before. Very good, very nice to get proper testing now for all the gold order stuff, even though it's going to be removed soon. Because this was a feature people asked for a long time, and now we actually going to get it likely this week. Because we're already waiting for more than 2 weeks for this feature. It was announced quite long ago. Alright, let me know what you think, and whether you were capable of containing your nerd rage about this update. And of course, make sure to drop a like and share this with all your other Enlisted playing friends, so they don't miss out on this big shakeup. Until soon, goodbye.